Hello again, Saints. This is the daily devotional for March 24th. I pray that you are enjoying the YouTube channel, and if you haven't, take a chance to subscribe to the All Saints Lutheran Church Mount Pleasant YouTube page. I wanted to begin with A Mighty Fortress, as many of us know it as our Lutheran fight song. Not that we are fighters by nature, but we use this as a rallying cry when we know we need to stand firm against some sort of an enemy, whether it be temptation, whether it be anxiety, whether it be an illness, whether it be invasion, whether it be simply apathy to doing what we know is right. Martin Luther wrote A Mighty Fortress, being inspired by the words of the psalmist in Psalm 46. One of our favorite verses from Psalm 46, of course, is "Be still and know that I am God." That's one of my personal favorites, and it's one that we're using through the season of Lent as a Sabbath meditation. But really, the verbiage in the psalm that Luther really pulled out and used for A Mighty Fortress was more of the battle imagery and how God is with us in our battles. And one word from God puts all wars to cease, puts the earth at peace. And so we'll read together Psalm 46. And halfway through, I'm going to pause our reading, and I invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me, and then we'll continue on and read the end of the psalm. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, though the mountains shake in the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble with its tumult. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of the city. It shall not be moved. God will help it when the morning dawns. The nations are in an uproar. The kingdoms totter. He utters his voice. The earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord. See what desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. During these anxious times, we remember Martin Luther's guidance to trust God in all things and not in our own understanding, as the scriptures say. His battle in the Reformation times was with the authorities, with the powers that be. But I think also more deeply it was a spiritual battle as well, to stick to what he knew in his heart God was calling him to stand up for, to speak out for, to stand firm against, and to continue in the truth of the gospel as it was being revealed to him. And I think for us at this time, we're not so much fighting against powers and authorities of this world. However, I think every one of us may feel a bit of a spiritual battle these days against anxiety, against giving in or giving up, against temptation. And I think what this psalm calls us to do is recognize that we are not alone in these fights. Our hope is not in ourselves, but it is in God, who is the mighty fortress, the strong rock, our Redeemer, our refuge in storm. And so we continue to put our faith in Him, to let Him give us the peace that we need in anxious times, and to allow Christ to give us direction when we feel perhaps aimless or directionless. And so I hope that Psalm 46 will be a balm to you, to encourage you, to calm you, and to remind you that God is with us. Amen.